Hello YouTube, hello world, sorry for the fucked up camera work. Today I got something cool to show you. Now, as you all know, or as some of you might know, I am involved in a channel called the Forest Brothers, not the Bushcraft Brothers, Forest Bros. And my brother and I, we've had this idea for making a knife. Sorry, let me frame you a bit better. There we go. We've had this idea for a survival knife. Now, unfortunately, it's been the source of much debate over what we were going to do. He wanted tactical, I wanted to go classical. So I thought, we're not going to get out of this, so how about I just throw something that's kind of in the middle? And what I came up with is this. Look at this monster of a knife. It is hand forged by me. I did the filing, the grinding, the designing. I did everything basically for this knife. Oh, it's more of a machete really, but I wrapped the handle, I designed the handle. Um, Basically what this is kind of a love baby between a cutlass, a parang, and a machete. It does have a lot of the typical cutlass features like a sharpened false edge and a long curved blade. What it has in common with a parang is that it is very maneuverable. If you've ever handled a properly made Malaysian parang, you will be able to tell that those things maneuver very well and very quickly, much like this does. And what it has in common with a machete is its thickness. As you can see, it's a fairly thin blade. And what this will do, it means that it will cut a lot easier and a lot better. Now, why on earth would this be considered a survival knife? Because it's out so clearly to hurt people. No, it's not. It's not. But the truth out there is, in Europe, you cannot carry guns for self-defense. You can't. Well, you can't even carry weapons for self-defense, period. Because you're supposed to call the cops. Yeah, good luck when you're in the woods. You know, there are times where you're chased by a fucking animal and you're gonna have to fend for yourself. Then you're gonna be a lot happier to have something like this compared to a typical pocket knife or even small fixed blade like my brother carries. Now, the fixed blade he has is one that I gave to him, but this is basically our knife. It isn't done yet. I really wish I had a sander so I could clean this blade better and give it a distal taper and whatnot. Even though distal taper might not be that good of an idea on this. But just to give it a nice saber grind and stuff. And also just to make it look better because some people like the forged look. I don't really think it suits this blade so well. I didn't really use any traditional forging techniques. Yeah, to curve the blade, because like I said, I hand forged all of this, cold forged, mind you. Um, so I did learn a lot. For one, I have a grinder, but it sucks. So I'm not gonna use that thing anymore. I used it to make the basic bevels. It worked to an extent, but I ended up taking a hand file to them because the grind was absolutely hideous. Um, Actually, is kind of off center now that I look at it. But there is one thing missing, and that is a logo, right? I want to put the Forest Bros right here, and I know how to engrave. The thing is, I haven't really keened out a design for it, so that's why it's not engraved yet. And this being said, I showed you the blade. There is no sheath for it. I'm working, designing, tweaking that. I got an idea in my head of what I want to do, but, you know, it's like, what can I actually do, and is it worth it? And the answer would probably be no, because it's scrap steel that I salvaged and scrap rope that I salvaged, and I just worked it. Whatever. Something else I want to say. First of all, let me check the time. Okay, we're on to 5 minutes. That's good. Um, I want to make something clear. Is the last video with Onision, well, it didn't really take off, which I didn't expect it to, considering this is my channel and, it's me we're talking about. But it really left a sour taste in my mind. I'm not gonna say in my mouth. I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. But I can't get no satisfaction. Okay. Gotta love the Rolling Stones. But it really left a bad taste, and it really made me wonder, what do I want to do on this channel? Do I want to make rants and occasionally make stuff, or do I want to make stuff and occasionally rant? And that being said, I really would like to just make stuff and show it to you, and only if I really see the worst absolute kind of bullshit that I can imagine, or just seeing the dumbest fucking things, then react. I'm not one of those guys that wants to cruise the internet all day long saying, you know, uh, look at this shit, and, feminists and Onision and fucking, I don't know, people lying about curing terminal cancer with fucking diet. Fucking way to go there, but that's not really what I want to do. It's not really what I'm interested in doing on YouTube. I respect channels, right? I like channels like Mr. Epsilon, um, Thunderfoot, Saragon of Akkad, The Amazing Atheist. Those are all guys that I like and respect. Don't get me wrong on that. But, and everyone I haven't mentioned, because Bearing and Undoomed, and there's so many channels, Piss and Vinegar, Dirty Hippie Panda, you name it. Even Tetsubo57 to an extent, because at times he makes a valid point, even though it's everything he says has to be tainted by feminism. Which, on that note, I've already previously stated that I don't want to feud with him. I took down the original video, but there's something I want to make clear. Like, I reacted on a few of his videos. He didn't respond to me, which I do believe is, in part to, that video I made and whatnot. I really could say a whole load of things, but I'm just gonna say this. It's not the interest that I have in this channel. It's not what I want to put forth with this channel, because what I want to really do with this channel is show you guys stuff that I make, take you guys on journeys, and overall have a good time. Whether it's me talking about a book or a sword that I made, or uh, anything, it's really to just have fun. And I don't want my channel to be something that, everybody just looks at and goes, oh yeah, it's another one of those. No, I mean, there's plenty of channels out there, and that's kind of why this channel's been a bit eclectic, with, me making Borneo Tattoo Gear, which I have an update for, and let me check the time. Okay, 8 minutes. I'm gonna have to start closing off here, but the thing, let me just recap this very quickly. I'm gonna occasionally do a rant and stuff like that, but mainly I'm gonna be focusing on stuff like this, okay? Making things, reading things. I have a bunch of books that I'm in the process of reading. I just bought a whole new set of books, too, that I'm going to review. I'm going to talk about movies, video games, that kind of stuff. That being said, stay awesome, stay safe, stay out of trouble, keep on rolling, and I'll see you next time.